Well, hi, good morning, and thank you for joining me here in my shop. Today is July 4th. Hey, July 4th. And yesterday I set out to try to investigate the hum that comes along with this radio. And it ended up being sidetracked pretty thoroughly by the speaker in trying to improve the speaker's operation, which was pretty crappy. I think it's a little better now. So moving back to checking on the filter capacitors in this radio. The original ones are in here and they're working, and the radio is not that bad, but there is a bit of a hum and a little bit of a buzzy hum too. I thought, well, I'll just take my really cool substitution box here and dial up a big capacitor. There's a 20 microfarad one there, and I'll just clip it in and we'll turn it on and off and we'll see if the hum comes and goes. I was getting ready to do that this morning, and I thought to myself, you know, I think I worked on this. I think I worked on this. I can't remember what I did to this box. Pretty sure I had it open and took a look at it, but I don't remember. So, just to be on the safe side, I hooked the leads up to my tester here. Set this to 20. Set this to 1. Doesn't matter where you set this, in fact. Push the button, expecting to find 20 microfarads of capacitance, and instead I get a short circuit that's 0.2 ohms. So, okay, attention has been turned again. I'm going to look at this box here, and like I say, I can't really remember what I did to it. So let's get it open. Out. So I have a couple of different decade boxes, or substitution boxes, maybe is a better name for them. And I have certainly worked on some of them. This is the coolest one because it has this switch where you can go resistor, capacitor, or series, or parallel. That's pretty handy stuff. Oh my. Oh my gosh. What's going on in here? Oh. Something's going on. What was I doing? I must have been busily. Looks like this one comes down here. I probably cut these away as a test and then said to myself, well, I'll deal with this later. And later appears to be now. Now would be the time. And the main reason is I have acquired all the capacitors necessary, which I've put in some secret place now. I can't remember where I put them. I've got capacitors that can replace all these. Very good. This is a 450 volt. Very expensive looking capacitor. Let me test this directly, because these look like high quality capacitors. This is supposed to be a 20. Maybe what it was, look at that, 26. And it's there. I wonder if I was hunting for the short circuit that apparently is in here even now, even with. So I have it switched to 20, capacitor only. I have the two 20s cut away, and it still reads a resistance. Yeah, I'm going to put this aside. I'm not going to deal with this right now. That looks like a project in itself. I'm trying to sort out what's happened there. Okay, so what about the radio? I have another way. I have other ways of temporarily putting in a capacitor, and I will find those other ways, and we will try them out. Okay, rather than fool around, I'm just gonna install new ones here. So here they are. to replace the capacitor on either side of this resistor here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put these on the terminals and cut the terminals off the original capacitor. That's my objective. Would that be an objective? It sounds more like a goal. Bring the cutters in from this angle and cut the terminals. I'm pretty sure I can get away with that. Let's see if I can cut them right now. I have some new cutters. Where are they? Here they are. They don't look any different, really. Okay. So the idea here is you're cutting the terminals, but leaving all the wires attached. Yeah, you know what? This doesn't go in there very well at all. The thing is, too, I'm going to put a lot of power into this to do the cutting, and I already broke one wire by something like this. Okay, there's one terminal. Give me a little more space now to get the tool in. Go at the other one. Sometimes you want to put the new parts on first. There, I got it. Fantastic. But in this case, I'm going to put them on second. I think I'm going to solder this up to make this stiffer. These are the negative terminals I've just twisted together on these two capacitors, and then I'm going to install them in there. Okay, so I've installed two new filter capacitors here. I've cut the terminals away, made sure they aren't in contact. I see a little tiny, looks like debris here. Oh yeah. Wow, thought I'd pulled that out of there, but I guess I didn't. Okay, debris out. Anything else in there? No. Okay, we're going to keep it upside down. So in case something goes wrong, maybe we can see where the smoke is coming from. And come to think of it, I have to go switch on an antenna here. Okay, here we go. It's time to test. Now I'm fooling around with the power supply filter capacitor, so I'm going to take one dim bulb light out of the circuit. Everything's got to go through this light. That'll put more dim bulbiness into this. And volume this down. Plug this in. Let's get some of these tools out of here. Make things look a little neater. You know, like basically, I don't want the firemen to come and find my bench looking like a mess. I'd like it to be nice and neat while they're here. Okay. There we go. We are ready. Power on. Dim bulb comes on, just one bulb there, so. But that's fine. That's good. Nothing disastrous happening here so far. It's now 60 volts, 55 volts on the radio. Okay, that should bring it up to like 105 or so. The conductive brush. I very craftily put an X on it so I won't ever make a mistake. Actually, I'm going to get it out of here. Okay, I hear some sounds. Now. Yeah, I think the annoying buzzy hum is gone.
Canadians want to feel. That's why more Canadians than ever are turning to Global News at globalnews.ca.
I won't turn it up too loud or we'll hear the speaker buzz, but at this volume it's perfect.
Where Global News is the #1 news source in the country with the Global TV app. No. Tournament soccer practice.
The news media in Canada has not divided strongly along politics. I mean, there's always, the media here in Canada is always leaning a little this way, leaning a little that way, but not far enough to be called, to be taken into account on it. Unlike the United States, where the media's decided we're this way or we're that way. Who's in the middle anymore down there? Or am I just fooling myself? Probably just fooling myself. Beautiful. Very good. It's working very, very well. Okay, and shortwave. I need a knob this big on this radio. Perfect. That's great. Okay, here's one last thing with this radio that I haven't decided yet if I really want to deal with, and that's this broken on-off switch. I have mixed feelings about that. I mean, it's not a big job, but you have to have the right volume control, you have to have the right length of shaft, or one you can cut to match. You know what? This is not the original volume control. I'm pretty sure of it, because I can see this shaft looks like it was cut with a pair of heavy cutters here. So it's been replaced once already. It's possible just to replace the switch on the back, but that's also rather challenging. I mean, you'd need a lot of switch parts to do something like that. Let's see if I have any. I think I've got some switch parts here. There's a few. Shell. An actual switch. So I may have lots and lots of parts here, but do you think one of them's going to work? I'd have to probably replace the entire thing. And I do have a few. Look at this guy. Take a look at how this one works. This is not like your other ones. So this one's broken a little bit. This outer ring should not be moving. It should sit in one place, and this should slide over top of it. And then this is pushing this ring down onto the carbon track, whatever material it is. Rather than just the slider going over the carbon, the slider is going over this metal. And the metal is just being pushed into contact with the carbon. Now, why would they do that? Make it like that. And so that this sliding part doesn't rub over this black part and wear it out. But unfortunately, this is not in perfect shape. Like, who thinks these kinds of things up? I mean, the piece of metal has to spring up away from here, except where it's being pushed down. But there it is. Somebody thought that up and made it actually happen. So I'm really quite reticent to fool with this. At this point, been down the road too far with this radio already. So I think I'm gonna leave it. That's amazing. How did I manage to get these things? And the answer is horseshoes. That's the only reason I've got this kind of stuff. Horseshoes. Okay, well, we will not do that. I decided. I'm going to leave it like this. Power bar switch, plug it in and out. It'll prompt somebody to keep the power off of this all the time anyway when they're not using it, because they'll be forced to unplug it or cut the power to it. So that's not a bad thing in itself. Okay, so I think the name of the game now is I have two of these radios fixed up. The other one I can't remember. I think I just did a rough alignment on it. I don't think I did a really carefully done alignment. Like this one's been aligned quite carefully. I don't think this one has. So tomorrow I think the fun thing to do would be to compare these two. They aren't identical radios. You know, this one has a loop antenna, this one does not, and that's a big difference. This one has an old style tube with a cap on it. This has newer tubes in it. I don't know how big a difference that would really be. We will see. We will see tomorrow. Battle of the radios. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'm on my way outside. It's a beautiful day. What am I doing in here? I hope you enjoy your day, and we will be together again tomorrow. Oh, that sounds a little extreme, doesn't it? See ya.